urge to go to the bathroom, which is insane with a pregnancy. I just took the test to be funny, and it's showing that I'm pregnant.
Oh my god, you're pregnant? Shut up. Oh my god.
Oh, she cute, she cute.
Okay, wait.
I'm pregnant, guys. That's just, I'm pregnant. And I've actually been planning to do a update. I just finished my first trimester, so I kind of want to talk about it. And now I gotta pee really bad, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, that just hit me like a wave. So, let's do a little belly shot. I'm starting to show now. So, oh, this locked into place. Let's just, my recording skills are off. Okay. Let's do a quick little belly shot. So, yeah, seems like nothing, but if you know me, I've always had a small waist, so this little pooch right here is new. Okay, so I figured if I prolong this way too much, it's not gonna happen in time, and I'm already a good week starting Friday into my second trimester, so I just needed to get all this down, and I wanted to just, I guess, not formally update you guys, but I've been scaring a lot of people with my, and this might actually seem a little bit more scary, but there's hope at the end of this little first trimester that just passed. So I kind of want to take you along with my day. I'm getting another urge to go to the bathroom, which is insane. I feel like it's a placebo effect because the baby is like, I don't even feel the baby moving. It's not big enough to have control over the bladder yet. Like, it's not squeezing the bladder, it's not up against it. So I feel like it's just like mental placebo. But it's actually really nice outside. So I might actually just take a little snippets, meet up with my mom to have a little chat. Maybe we'll chat about just baby stuff, life, work, catch up. It's been a hot minute since I've seen my mom, so I'm really looking forward to this, and I am so hungry. So we're gonna get a little snack. I'm gonna do a little footage of that, and then I don't know, I'm just gonna take you throughout the day. It's gonna be very candid, but I also do want to address certain aspects of the first trimester. And then I'm starting to take notes now, being more proactive for the second trimester, because it was like clockwork. Like, I can't even tell you how much more like myself I feel. So every pregnancy is different, and I just want to share my story. And this will also be nice to just look back on as a little capsule of memories. So I am going to do a little paycheck all over again, just in case. Slip on some sneakers and then just head out to meet my mom to fill this belly with a little bit more than an actual baby. And then that's it. Try to keep it very candid, very simple for you guys. I'm actually really excited to do this video. I've been planning for it. I've been taking lots of notes. I've been writing. I have a pregnancy journal, and I have footage that I haven't shown you guys. And that's because I've kept things quite wrapped up. And I just released into the world that I'm pregnant like a few days ago. I like to keep my life as private as possible. If you're not part of like my inner circle, you're not gonna know unless I'm ready to tell you. So I'm ready now. I'm just gonna want to be posting a bunch of baby stuff all the time. So let's address it. Let's talk about it. Let's have some fun. I'm feeling more energetic, more like myself. I'm ready to talk, and yeah, I'm gonna address a lot of things. Let's just get this going. I really need to go to the bathroom again. Holy crap. I'm home. My mom was noticing. I think she thought that I just didn't want to, that I was like tired or annoyed or something, but I just got really restless. I needed to come home and I'm hungry again. I was doing some funny stories. She got a call, and so she went for like like she stepped away for a little bit and left her sandwich unattended. So I'm gonna pop it up here on the side. If you like a little more behind the scenes or a little bit more of like an accurate depiction of what's going on, like real time, you should follow me on Instagram. And that's my phone going off for Instagram notifications. Yeah, just to recap, if you were following me, this makes sense to you. She did not notice that I took that bite. She will not notice that I took that bite until she sees this. And then she ended up just like eating a couple more bites, and then she gave me the rest of the sandwich because I was eyeing it with hungry eyes. So I'm gonna unwind for a bit, come back. It's dark out now. Come back, recap, probably start setting up dinner so you get a nice little video of me doing stuff while I'm talking to you about my first trimester. So let me unwind for a little bit, then I'll come back to you probably all fully showered. So I'll be back. I'm fresh. Project planner, and then my pregnancy book, which I just started to fill up. So let's go to the bedroom because I have clothes I need to put away before I start on dinner. Okay, so I'm gonna put away these clothes really quick. They're all mine. I'm still being cut out of the frame here. Why is this? Oh, there we go. The lighting here is but it's well enough. Let's talk first trimester. Exclamation point. Oh yeah. So one thing, I let's just put this out there because I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not doing plant care. I am going to clean and cook a little bit, but the first trimester was so hard for me. I could barely focus on myself. I'm gonna do a little shot over here to show you guys what this poor baby looks like. But yeah, I neglected my plants, and so there are some plants in this house that are still thriving that, you know, are very low maintenance, but there were a couple plants that I was supposed to be taking care of, and they just straight up died. I took one day, I tried to salvage them, but it was like they were already like gone, so that did not work. So, but I lost one of my peace lilies. I lost my snake plant, the coffee plant that my mother gave me, which was thriving for 2 years, but then I got pregnant and I couldn't focus on anything except my horrible symptoms, which we'll get to. It's bothering me because I need a flat surface here. Huh. So yeah, so the plants, they died. So, but we still have a lot of plants in this house still thriving that, you know, I really didn't need to take care of that much. But yeah, my big peace lily, that beautiful one, I'll put up a little picture of what it used to look like, and now I'm gonna put a picture of what it looks like now. It's completely dead. Usually peace lilies don't need that much self-care, and I tried to repot it and it didn't help. Tried to repot it, I tried to fix the roots, clear up the roots, that didn't help either, it just made it worse. So I lost that, but the peace lily actually wasn't that expensive, so we can go get a new one. That's another symptom, I get out of breath very easily, and that's still happening now, even though the first trimester's over. But yeah, me getting out of breath is a huge symptom. I get out of breath just walking and talking at the same time. Me and mommy were walking today, and it was really funny. I got out of breath mid-sentence and she stopped. She's like, what do you want? Do you want to stop? Do you want to go home? Are you okay? I was like, I'm okay. I need to, like, and then with the mask on sometimes, it's so hard being pregnant and feeling like you can't breathe with the mask on. Let's talk first trimester. First of all, it was hard. Very, very hard for me. I'll just add it on the side. I won't show you like the full clip, but I tried to do like vlogs, but just focus on my face and you'll be able to see. All right, I'll be back. I need water. It's like life, because it is. So there were a couple people that I had to tell immediately because I looked like I was dying. So some of my coworkers were like, you're like scaring me. Even my best friend, Sarah, as you all should know by now if you follow me. If you don't, she's been in a lot of videos. I had a little bridal series with her. She got married, and I had a Q&A version with her to see how well we knew each other, or just to have like a fun spa session. But yeah. But so those people particularly were like, you are really throwing me off pregnancy. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. But it's also because I honestly, I didn't think, and you never do, that it would have such a huge toll or change on you, because most of the videos I was watching before the symptoms really kicked in for me, these moms were like having the pregnancies of like your dreams kind of things. Like they were having the perfect pregnancies, and they're talking about like how they have great pregnancies and they have issues, you know, but they love being pregnant and all this good stuff. And I'm like, I feel like that's gonna be me. So random fact, and I think this has to do with tolerance and mood and all that stuff, but I could not watch YouTube. I didn't watch YouTube a single day I was pregnant, because it was like the moment I found out I need to slow down, that I was pregnant, I just didn't care about anything else. So I gave up on watching DIY, makeover channels, all the people that I follow. I just gave up. Like, I'm just like, I don't care about you. I don't care about your makeover. I don't care about your cow, you know, all that stuff. I just stopped. What else? Not really a random fact. I kept calling out. I called out of work 70% of the time. So once the symptoms really, really kicked in, and when I say really, I mean like horribly kicked in, I called out every other day. I could not for the life of me get out of bed. It was very, very hard. Morning shifts were hard for me because I'd be exhausted from the night before. So I would have terrible, terrible restless legs, insomnia. I also had light sensitivity, which these are my symptoms. I don't know why I skipped it, my symptoms. So the symptoms that I had for the first trimester, there were certain days where I felt faint. I also put loose hips. I don't know how to Google that, but I could not walk around for a long period of time. So I put loose hips, question mark, because it falls along the line with just like body and weakness and fatigue and faint and all that stuff. There was just a couple days throughout the week I felt like I had no control over my pelvis, which was so strange in the first trimester. But I think also because there's such a hormonal imbalance in my body, the HCG was so high that it was kind of loosening this area, which that's what it's supposed to do, I guess. So that was fun. So I had nausea 24/7, which coincides with morning sickness, but I didn't puke once. I did not puke once in my first trimester. I gagged twice, dry heaved twice, but nothing physically came out, so I don't want to say that I puked. But the morning sickness and nausea was 24/7 the entire time. I also had tightness of chest, which and heart palpitations, which I still get a little occasionally. Coincides with out of breathness when I'm trying to talk too fast because I don't want to bore you guys. But hey, you clicked here, so you want to be here. So, and I know I'm saying all this and I'm probably freaking you out, Farah specifically watching this, but I am telling you all of this because I am here to say I'm in my second trimester now. I'm about a week in, not entirely. My second trimester hit on a Friday of last week, so I'm coming up on it soon. So by the time this goes out, it'll be a week of my second trimester. So it was like clockwork. The minute my second trimester started, when I say all, I mean all of my symptoms stopped. It was incredible. So I'm done here, and we can talk about the food aversions when I get to the kitchen. Okay, we're in the kitchen. I actually have no idea what I want to eat. It's like I'm hungry, but not really. But I'm hungry, but not really. And what sucks about the not really part is that I'm not really hungry now, but then it's gonna wash over me like I'm a monster, and then I get hangry. And it happens in a split second. That's one thing that I do not like about trimester 2, because that is not, I'm gonna start recording my second trimester issues, but that's not happening right now. So let's skip all that, and we're gonna go to my first trimester food aversions. I made it all pretty. So for food aversions, number 1 on my list, which broke my heart immediately, the first thing that I was averted to was coffee, which explains why my first sip of coffee in my second trimester, I legit got emotional. I didn't cry, but my eyes definitely got watery, and I'll insert that actually. I'll insert that here, and then I'll insert it again in my second trimester. But I had a strong aversion to dairy, specifically milk, but mostly all dairy or anything dairy related. I didn't want, so there's gonna be a lot of contradictions, but no milk on coffee, no milk on cereal, like the thickness, because if you know me, you know I like whole milk, I like all the fat. But there was either no milk or it had to be almond milk, and it had to be the most thinnest watery milk. And I would have it like once every 2.5 weeks. I had a strong aversion to meat and chicken. Chris had to cook for most of the first trimester. And then when I got better, when I started to feel less weak and I started to cook, I had to hold my breath when handling the meat. And I had to wear gloves and step away every 5 seconds and try not to puke. It was a big thing. Fish. I love my salmon. I love my tuna. I'm not totally in love with shrimp, and I don't think shrimp is fish. It's seafood, but it's not fish. Another time. Butter. You know I like butter too. I like butter on my pasta. I love to butter up bread, butter up a bagel. I couldn't. I would have, to help with the morning sickness, something that I used to have was toast with like 1 spread of butter. And it was like the thinnest spread. It was as if it wasn't there. It was just to not make the toast dry, because another aversion I had was crackers. Isn't that wonderful? Everybody was helping, trying to tell me and help me. Crackers, saltine crackers, crackers with ginger ale, crackers with flat ginger ale, so good for the tummy. I looked at them, I was like, thank you, and inside I was like, I hate you, because no, just didn't work. I couldn't have crackers. And if you know me, you know I love coffee with crackers, so that was hard. It was very hard for me. But I couldn't have the crackers. I took 1 bite, wasn't feeling it. Even Chris, he tried to get me saltines. I would lick the salt off and then throw the cracker away. I couldn't do it. It left such a bad taste in my mouth, and I was like, wow, is this like what, like a superhuman sense of taste? Like I couldn't, felt like I was tasting the yeast in the crackers. And I couldn't have rice. I had an aversion to rice. I had an aversion to pasta. Yo, that was ridiculous. I also had a strong aversion to garlic, which is difficult because that's what you use to flavor everything. But I put a little bit of garlic on one thing and I felt like I was burping garlic the entire week, okay? And I had an aversion to juice, like all juice. It didn't matter what it was. For the first, I'm gonna say month, I only had water. And then I had to have lemon water. So what I got through, what I ate to get me through the first month and a half, a bunch of mandarins. That's on here somewhere. Yeah, it's on my cravings. I had a bunch of mandarins. I used to have a bunch of green apples. I don't know if that's on here too. It is on here, look at that. I had a lot of things with high acidity, stuff that was tanky that would curb my nausea, which also didn't help with the indigestion, the bloating. And I actually had one random night of like heartburn. And people are like, oh yeah, that's common, but usually when the baby's bigger. I was like, no, just heartburn. Can't even feel baby kick yet. So, but the juice, everything tasted sweet to me. It's like I saw the metallic of the fructose corn syrup inside the juice. It was very hard for me. That's just my babe. I went over, oh, so the random facts, I couldn't eat the same meal twice. So I only ate once a day. I would snack maybe twice a day. So I'd have bread in the morning to curb the nausea and then maybe a fruit. But my appetite dipped so bad. I barely ate anything. I was actually nervous because I'm like, shouldn't I be eating? Isn't this bad for the baby? I lost 13 pounds. I lost so much weight. That's a lot to me without trying, and I thought that I would gain it because I have a child growing inside me. Plus, all I want to do is sleep all day. I mostly ate small things. I was bloated all the time. I got full fast as well, so I had very small portions whenever I would eat. It was never big. But when it comes to that, I couldn't eat the same meal twice. If you know me, I could eat pasta for breakfast with butter, and then maybe like cold pasta for lunch, and then like a nice hot pasta for dinner. Like I just pasta, love it. Couldn't do it. If I had rice yesterday, I was not having rice today. We were gonna have cheese. If I had cheese today, then tomorrow is eggs. Like I had to be totally off the spectrum of the kind of, I'm looking at myself this whole time and I need to be looking at the lens. That's funny. I mostly craved salads, which I was like, oh, maybe that made me lose the weight, but no. I mostly crave salads because I love putting apple cider vinegar and lemon on my salads. And like I said, the tang, the tart, that helped me so much. So my food cravings that I had after the nausea kind of died down, when I was actually able to eat food, or when I would eat once a day. Most of the random cravings I had, which is not, I never had crazy cravings. Mac and cheese, specifically Kraft. I don't know why, but that, like saying it now, that actually sounds really good. That might be dinner. Sour candy. Anything sour was just helping me with my nausea, specifically crybabies. I've loved crybabies my whole life. My favorite candy was actually Way Too Sour lollipops from Charms. A Charm Way Too Sour lollipop. Those things, they used to sell it at like Hollywood Video, Blockbuster. I need more water. I'm pretty sure they discontinued it because it was something really bad in there. I won't be surprised if there was like gamma rays in there. I know that sounds ridiculous, but those were the sourest things. I'm getting like like, you know, like saliva just thinking about it. And they're really hard to find. I've been scouring everywhere. I tell my husband all the time, babe, if you want to get me anything, get me Way Too Sour lollipops. But thank God I haven't, like, because I haven't had it for years, so that craving is never like prominent in my brain. So that's not something that he's ever gonna fail. falter. I craved a lot of lemon, mentioned that already. Mandarins, cheese, mentioned that as well. Actually, no, I didn't. That was the contradiction. I craved deli cheese, so thin sliced American cheese. Like, you don't know. And then when I went to the doctor, she's like, you can't have deli meats or like deli stuff, and I was like, that's all I've been having. I forgot to write that down. Sandwiches. That was one thing that it was very fresh, and Chris makes a mean sandwich. Oh my god. Breakfast sandwich, lunch sandwich. He makes a mean sandwich. That man can cook. Love it. So it was very fresh. So sandwiches with a little bit of vinaigrette. Oh my god. The hunger is really washing over me. Eggs was a random thing I craved. I had eggs every single day of the first trimester. Every single day. Not kidding. I stopped having it as the first trimester was ending as much, but it varied. I started off with hard-boiled eggs. I'd have 2 to 3 hard-boiled eggs every morning, every day. I'm like, I'm tired of hard-boiled eggs. I'll do scrambled every morning, every day. I was like, I'm tired of this. Sunny side up, every morning, every day. It was kind of like, you know, a thing, and now it's omelets. But like in sandwich form, which is what he does for me, and I love it. So that was interesting. Tomato with salt, which is something I actually crave whenever I'm sick, which is so random. There was one time I went to the hospital last year, and I was craving tomato with salt, and if my mom's watching this, she can attest that this is true. So just a couple nights ago, I even, like, we had leftover tomatoes, I just sprinkled some salt on it and I just ate it. It's so good. So when I say all juice, that I had a food aversion to all juice, I had a random craving, and if you're watching this, Mom, it's gonna blow your mind, for Snapple. I do not like Snapple. My mother loves Snapple. I'm not a Snapple person. It leaves like a weird taste in my mouth. I craved mango Snapple for like 2 to 3 weeks straight, and I devoured it. I'm over it now, but I craved it, seriously. And orange juice, which was really good for me. I also have ice on here randomly, just, you know, eat some ice chips. That kind of broke life dinner kind of thing. And then green apples, which is last on the list. I also had fast food cravings, which me and Chris, we used to love going out pre-COVID and stuff like that. But once we, you know, once COVID hit and we started living more in quarantine at home, I fell in love with cooking all over again. And we just had home cooked meals every single day. It was ridiculous. I know some of my coworkers are probably watching this, or whatever. If you're watching this and you've seen, like, I went all out with my dinners, like, oh. But with pregnancy and being tired and getting out of breath and not wanting him to cook every night as well, because he was doing everything for me, which was wonderful. I really, like, he's probably never gonna watch this, but I love you, babe. Qdoba. I had a craving for Qdoba, and it would differ. So I would have a craving for like a pulled pork burrito, and then chicken burrito, or a veggie burrito, but it was always burrito, something that I can hold from my mouth. Pepperoni roll from Rosario's. Just all that cheese and sauce, just a very, very nice comfort food. Specifically, a Benny's home slice of pizza. There's something to be said about a Benny's home slice. It has gone up in price significantly. I feel like they got a little full of themselves there for a second, but it's so good. I feel like the slice can go up to $20 and I would still buy it. But I remember when it was like $1.25. It is now $4.50. But Benny's home slice. And then with my aversion to milk, and I'm gonna end this here, and I definitely wanted to be cooking. I didn't want to just talk to you straight on like this, but I actually have no idea what I'm gonna cook, and I'm not gonna talk to you as I'm washing the dishes. I had a craving for a vanilla soft serve cone with rainbow sprinkles. And it was in the middle of February. No ice cream trucks, no ice cream stores were open that were soft serve. Cold Stone was open because it's open year round, but that's not soft serve unless they change their game. It was difficult. And then one day, if you guys only knew, if I told you I was pregnant and you knew about cravings and about how that was my craving, and then I posted it, you guys would have been like, oh, she's so happy. Oh, I was so happy. My best friend showed up. She didn't tell me she was coming. She didn't, which she has rights. She can do that anytime she wants. But she didn't even like text me. She just knocks on the door, and you need a key, like a code to come in. Or like be buzzed in or whatever. She knocks on the door, and Chris was already home from work. So he opens it because I'm chilling on the couch. When I'm home and, you know, not feeling well, he takes care of me. He says, pick up your feet, I got everything else. So he checks the door, but he's like, I don't see anything. And he's like, I'm like, what do you mean you don't see anything? He's like, I just see white. I'm like, what? So she was holding the ice cream cone to the lens, to the peephole. And then she moves it, and he was like, it's Sarah. I was like, what? And then he opens the door, and she has her mask on, and she has ice cream, and like, I forgot, she had something else in her hand, but I think it was mostly ice cream. When I tell you I got so excited, I would have cried if I wasn't as happy as I was. I ate that whole thing. I posted it on IG. I was like, I got my treat, thanks. But like, nobody knows how much I wanted that ice cream. I don't even know how she pulled it off, but that was hard. And that was good. And I love you, boo, for it. I love you. Now I see ice cream trucks everywhere, and I'm like, I already got you. I don't need it anymore. So that was that. I'm gonna sit down for a second. I'm gonna do a little farewell and sit down. I've been talking for a while. I'm talking your ears out. Oh, she cute, she cute. Alright, so a little change of scenery because I actually need a thumbnail picture. We're gonna do this here in the process of saying byes. So that's my little first trimester update. This is very raw. It's not going to be as edited as my normal videos are, I guess, in a way. Let's bring this down. We're gonna do a little cute vlog shot thumbnail. I'm gonna keep all this on here. Okay, that's that. It is 9:15. Do you know where your children are? I'm going to prep food, some food, finally respond to the millions of messages on my phone. So I'm gonna do that, but hopefully I can edit this and have it out by Friday. It's Wednesday now, and I say Friday because there's a lot more. I can totally edit all this tonight and it'll be fine, but then I have to make the thumbnail description. I have to choose the right music. I should do like a indigestion count. Okay, well, it was nice talking to you guys. This didn't go the way I wanted to, and since I just talked to you for most of it, I think I'm just gonna put this as a Simply Candid episode. It's gonna be quite long. If you're an OG, you'll stick to the end. If you're not, maybe this isn't the series for you. Not the channel, you can stay with the channel. But I have various series on this channel. I haven't really touched up on the other ones just because I have had no drive to do anything other than just sleep all the time. So yeah, it was nice having you here. It's nice having you around. It's nice chatting by myself to the camera in an empty house. And I'm going to start working on my second trimester things. So hopefully I'll get another thrifting video out there for you. It's in the works with me and my mom. And a plan. Nice little plan. Baby plan. Because now that I have found out I'm pregnant, my design decisions have changed in this house. So we'll see. But I love you guys, even though I don't know you. You're taking the time out to come to my channel, and I appreciate it. I do this for fun. I'm not monetized. In order to be monetized, I have to have 1,000 subscribers. Don't even have 100. So if you're new, you can subscribe. That'd be nice. Trying to make some sad money, you know, now that I'm gonna be a mom. And let me not say that out loud too often or else I'm gonna start crying. So I'm gonna end this here because now I'm just babbling away when this was just supposed to be a YouTube thumbnail. Okay. Just choked on my water. Bye guys.